Hello everyone, my name is Daksh Patel and I am a current second year student at University of Manitoba majoring in microbiology. This video is regarding my organic chemistry lab report 3. In this video, we are going to discuss certain basic principles and procedures that govern our organic chemistry labs, and hopefully after watching this video you get a better idea of how do we use those principles and the procedures to obtain the results that we want. So this video is divided into four segments that represents our four questions that are in our organic chem lab report 3. So the first segment or the first question explains what extraction and washing is in our liquid-liquid separation experiment. So let's start with extraction. Extraction in general sense is a process in which we obtain or extract a desired product from a mixture of several substances or from its own impure form. And that is exactly what we also do in our liquid-liquid separation. In our liquid-liquid separation experiment, we form two layers. One is organic and one is aqueous. And we have them in our separatory funnel, and we use the process of extraction to obtain the aqueous and organic layers separately into like separate containers so that we can isolate a desired product that are present in those two layers. Now, one problem that we face in our lab with extraction is that when we try to separate them, they would form emulsions, and emulsions are a pain because then we won't be able to separate our aqueous and organic layer in their purest form. So when you have this problem, it's best to contact your lab assistant because they are experts in extraction and they can help us out with how to not form emulsions, and if we do, how to get our layers in their purest form. Now we move on to washing. Like in general sense, washing is removal of impurities from a particular object or a substance. In our liquid-liquid separation, washing is the same process, but we do this using for our organic layer. So after we have isolated our aqueous layer and we have our organic layer in our separatory funnel, we introduce a brine solution in the separatory funnel. Brine is a saturated sodium chloride solution. Now we do this because we want to remove any aqueous impurities that are present in our organic layer. So a saturated sodium chloride solution could be one of the best solvents that we could use, because then water would move from our organic layer to the saturated NaCl solution through the process of diffusion, because it moves from a lower concentration to a higher concentration. And in this manner, we remove our aqueous impurities and fulfill our process of washing. Now I'll demonstrate the whole extraction and washing process through a PowerPoint presentation just so that you get a better idea of what they are. Okay, now this presentation would better explain to you how the process of extraction and washing works. So in this slide you can see we have our separatory funnel, our organic layer and our aqueous layer, and both of our layers are immiscible. Now our aqueous layer, because it is denser than our organic layer, it's at the bottom. This might not always be the case, and our aqueous layer might be less denser than our organic layer, and then it might be at the top. So through the process of extraction, because they're separate, we first extract our aqueous layer in a beaker or a container, and so we have our Organic layer and our aqueous layer separate through the process of extraction, and we keep our organic layer in the separatory funnel for the process of washing. In this, we add our brine solution. As I mentioned, brine is a saturated NaCl solution which is added to the organic layer for the process of washing. So now we have our brine solution layer here and our organic layer here. I have just shown some aqueous impurities that might not be present in the organic layer. Now through the process of washing, we remove these impurities. Now because brine layer is a saturated NaCl solution, the concentration of water is low, and water has tendency to move from a lower concent from a higher concentration to a lower concentration, so all of the impurities would move to brine solution, and we have our pure organic layer over there. And so in this slide we show that we have our pure isolated organic layer and our pure isolated aqueous layer that we have obtained through the process of extraction and washing.